Hey everyone, so here we have what I believe will be the last Venturo model being produced. Why, you ask? Well, Venturo is a brand by Gruppo Gamma that started a few years ago, and they even had a separate website at one point in time. It was kind of hard to get off the ground though, as they didn't have the time to dedicate to the brand while also running Gruppo Gamma, and these days it's just a part of the Gruppo Gamma brand listed under timepieces on their website. They are still labeled Venturo though, and I'm not sure what the future will hold. Maybe they will keep it like this. Maybe they will continue to design and make watches at a lower price point under the Gruppo Gamma label. I don't know. Either way, this is the third field watch from the brand. I have covered the previous two in reviews, and this one takes its design from the Venturo Skin Diver, which I also reviewed as well. This is the standard field in gray, also available in a black dial, and there is a GMT version also. Pricing is pretty affordable at under $400 for this one, and just over $400 if you go GMT with a bracelet. We'll talk about that all here in the review, so let's get to it. So this piece takes its case design from the Venturo Skin Diver, a piece released 2 years ago, but now here it is in field watch form. The dial is different, and of course there is no dive bezel, but the case, crown, crystal, and bracelet are all the same. The movement has changed though. This is an NH38 no date movement. I will put all the specs on screen here, and as you can see, this is cheaper than the Skin Diver as well, and the movement change plays a part in that, as the Skin Diver had a Miyota 9039, and that movement change also changed the overall thickness of the watch from 13 millimeters to now 14 millimeters, so this field watch is a little bit thicker. All other dimensions have stayed the same though. Now, then there is the GMT variant of this piece. I'll put up a pic here, but unlike the standard version, it only comes in a black dial with either a date or a no date. And this one I have in hand comes in gray as the one being reviewed and a black dial. But I don't have the GMT. We have the standard version, and I chose this one over the GMT because of just how clean it looks, and I'm a sucker for a gray dial. I talked about this case design and bracelet back when I reviewed the Skin Diver, but I'll give a little refresh here. It's a 40 millimeter cushion shaped case, a very nice design, and though this is a cushion case, the dial, which some will call an Explorer dial, and you can probably say Panerai as well, my mind went right to sinn, specifically a sinn or a zinn, depending on how you want to pronounce that, 856. Now, I know these are very different watches, but they're both 40 millimeter clean dials with the 12, 3, 6, and 9. And though the Sinn is slimmer, I think they both fill a similar niche. A straightforward, no frills, all brushed or matte case, easy to read watch. Both are automatic and both 200 meters water resistant as well, and you could wear either with almost everything, so I guess they are more comparable than I thought. Now, like the Skin Diver, this is a great looking case and bracelet for the price. Everything is completely satin brushed, including the crown, and it's a very attractive case, and the machining and finishing is very good, especially for a sub $400 watch. The crown is of course screw down, drilled lugs are here as well, though more on that in a bit, and this is a great wearable case, and even though it is not flashy at all, the cushion style case it uses makes it stand out a little bit more. Oh, and the crown does not have the phantom position because this is actually a no-date movement with the NH38, and I can't believe Gruppo Gamma can do that with a sub $400 watch, but brands that charge twice this or more can't. The caseback is the same as before as well. Matter of fact, this caseback has been used on every Venturo field watch to date. Now, unlike the Skin Diver, this does not have a sandwich dial. Instead, it's a much simpler flat gray dial with printed markers and filled in lume. With no date and minimal text, this is pretty much as clean of a dial as you can get, though I think they could have left off the word automatic off the dial and made it even cleaner. And I'm just going to take a second here to talk about the gray dial. And again, one of the reasons I chose this over the GMT versions. This gray dial is what I think of when I think of the color gray. Now, with the box dome sapphire, that of course can cause a little distortion, but when you look at this dial, you can see this is actually gray. Not black, not heather gray, not charcoal gray, but gray. It may sound odd to some, but I love the gray color of this dial. The bracelet is the same as the skin diver, and that is definitely a good thing because while appearance wise it is just your standard oyster-esque style bracelet, and some may say it's just another generic looking bracelet, it's not the aesthetic that appeals here, but the flow of the links. Check out how the bracelet links can fold up on each other, meaning this bracelet doesn't kink at all, and it's just a joy to wear. Removing links is easy with screw bars and a simple clasp with 4 micro adjust holes that helps to get that perfect fit. And it can be sized down to fit a 6¼ inch or 15.88 centimeters and should fit up to a 9-inch or 22.86 centimeter wrist with all links. Now, for those that are first timers here, my wrist is 7.5 inches or 19.05 centimeters, and even at 40 millimeters, a size that is a little on the small side for me normally, this wears a little larger and looks right at home on my wrist. If you are someone that prefers a strap, you can choose to go canvas strap only, or you can choose both canvas and steel bracelet when ordering. You don't get a choice though. Only the khaki canvas is available, and it's kind of a light khaki color, and it's okay, but not my first choice, especially for a gray dial. I would have loved the olive green strap or even black. That said, it's nice enough, it's very pliable, and it's 130 by 80 millimeters. One odd thing though, which isn't a big deal, but the bracelet has quick release pins in the lugs, the strap does not. So you will need a tool to attach and remove the strap. Again, not a big deal, just kind of an oddity. And lastly, we get to the Lume, which as you can see, Gruppo Gamma, even on these more budget priced pieces, does fantastic lume. This is an icy blue BGW9. It's very strong, lasts a good many hours, about 4 to 5, before completely fading out. So, with a watch such as this, for $410 if you choose to both the bracelet and the strap, let's face it, not much to really complain about, and myself, I really like pretty much everything about this piece. I think the only thing I would have liked more is if maybe that bezel had the hardened coating a lot of brands are doing these days. You know, it's a very nicely finished stainless bezel, but it's going to get pretty scratched up even with just occasional wear, let alone daily wear. And that's okay too, most probably won't mind it, but a hardened bezel would have kept it looking new for a little bit longer. As always, if you want to see more, head over to the Gruppo Gamma website, and of course, there will be a written article on watchreport.com. All links will be down in the description. For all your daily fixes, you can follow us on social media. It's at Watch Report on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. One more thing, and I have been saying this for every video, we don't do Patreon here or ask viewers for money, but what we do ask is that you like the video, comment below, and if you're not already, please subscribe and turn on notifications. It's all free, and it really helps out the channel more than you know. That's all for this one. This is Don Evans from Watch Report. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.